Welcome to the Nikki Rich Show. I'm your host, Miss Nikki Rich. And guys, we are broadcasting live out of sunny California. And we have an exciting show for you guys. We always bring on amazing business owners. And today we got the founder of Crown Plus, and she also has another venture that she is newly releasing. So I'm honored to bring on to the Nikki Rich Show, Nikki Caraway. Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm so honored to have you on.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here, especially on a busy day like today for you. I see you've been like
Yes,
working. So I'm
yes, yes.
extremely honored.
Amazing. We this morning we were on Soul Train Awards Press, and then we just also did a iHeart Radio podcast, and
Oh,
now we have you, our featured guest. So
awesome.
I'm
Oh,
honored to
thank
have
you. I'm
you.
so honored. I can't thank you enough. So thank you so much.
Yes. Well, tell us, for those who might not know about you, we want to give them a little background of where you based out of.
I am based out of the Dallas, Texas area. I'm actually in Forney, Texas,
Hmm.
which is a suburb to Dallas. If you're familiar with the Texas area, you know we have suburbs everywhere. So my salon is in Forney, Texas, which
Hmm.
is maybe about 15 to 20 minutes from Dallas, Texas, depending on what interstate you're on. So yeah, but I'm actually online based as well.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I said we had to bring you on because we have been following you during this, I'd say the past few years, and also during the pandemic.
Mhm.
You have really been just going in. You've been so successful during this pandemic. I say, you know what? We have to bring her on.
Yes, thank
You
you.
have moved to a new location. Congrats to you.
Thank you. God is good. Thank you. I
I
can't thank
mean,
him enough. So
and all of this is done during the pandemic.
yes.
Did you ever think that you would be, a black owned business
No,
owner?
I didn't. That was I was raised by my grandmother,
Hmm.
and growing up, we didn't. It wasn't entrepreneurs weren't really a thing.
Hmm.
My grandmother was an educator, so education was like first and foremost, right?
Yeah.
So it was always like, hey, you're not going to stop to get the black rope, your master's, so on and so forth. Entrepreneurship was never like exploring your talents
Hmm.
beyond like maybe cheer, basketball, things like that. You didn't really think about it.
Hmm.
And I am an accountant, so that's been my career
Oh,
for several years.
yes. You're a
So,
force.
and that I never imagined. Let me tell you, Nikki, I never thought that this could be a thing. I knew I had a talent, and I knew I did my
Hmm.
own hair, and I would tweak it here and there. But a couple of years ago, my daughters would say, "Mommy, why don't you make wigs for people?" And my first thought was, "Why? Like, why would I do that?" And just kind of like them inspiring me, and then like my niece and just different ones, just kind of like, you should do it. You should, they're nice, and it just you never thought, well, someone would really purchase something like that for me. I mean, I go
Yeah.
to work every day. I'm in corporate America, and I mean, it just took off. I think I remember getting my first sale a couple of years ago, and I literally dropped to my knees and just like, thank God. I was like, oh my God, this could really be something. But even during that, I still worked in corporate America and still like worked in corporate America and ran the business online based
Hmm.
because I think I was fearful. Like you said, being a black woman, like, in America doing these things, but you get inspired even more by seeing other people do these certain things. You're like, you
You
know what,
do.
this can really be a thing. And the business just grew. And like you said, even during the pandemic, it has been a blessing in disguise. I don't think that I would have gone like full force with the business and gone to a location had
Hmm.
my children not been home, because I would have still been going to work. But because they said, oh, well, we want you to go back to the office, so on and so forth. I'm like, you know what? Crown Plus is growing. I guess people really want to look good.
Yes.
They want to look good in their living room.
And you know what? I watch you also, I watch you make those units too. you were very transparent to
Yes,
everybody that
yes,
has been following your movement. You will be up late at night.
yes. That, that's passion. When you
Hmm.
like even starting a business, I didn't start it for money. Like, oh, I'm gonna do it
No.
because I can make money. It was because I wanted women to feel beautiful.
Yes.
And even with my motto, it's like versatility and confident. I wanted you to have something versatile and still feel
Yes.
confident but feel beautiful. So every time I get a sale, because I'm so grateful, like I want to make sure that sale is, I want to see it
Exactly.
through. So I'm up to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning sometime, just being creative and making sure I'm sewing and just putting it out there. And like you said, even the transparency, I build my business on
Hmm.
high integrity. I want to be completely honest with you. I'm not going to say, hey, just do this just to get your money. No, I want to
No.
be honest. I'm going to show you how I'm making the wigs on the sewing machine. I'm going to share my tips, my knowledge, so on and
Yes.
so forth. And because I believe that's how you become blessed. Even though we all want to make money, but transparency and integrity, I think, is going to take you a long way.
Exactly. It will. And you know what I love about what you do? I mean, if they can just go to your site, you have so much. You're very, you have so much, meaning you customize
Mm-hmm.
for the people. Like, I love that the theme you got, you can pick your ego. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, tell me how you want to look, and I'll give you options. Like, hey, okay, so do you want to look this way? This is the
Yes.
option, because I love interacting with the customers. As I grow,
Yes.
it becomes a little more difficult because you have messages and all this, and you
Hmm.
want to give everyone the same attention. But I love that, like,
I love it.
that being personable too. Like, tell me how you want to look. So tell me how you want to feel when you wear this unit.
Hmm. I
We have a
love
look for
it. I
that too.
love it. And I want to tell everybody, today I am wearing, Crown Plus
Yes.
custom unit.
And you look
I love
amazing.
it.
I saw your pictures
Everything.
earlier and I was like, yes, yes,
I've been
Nikki.
taking
That's
pictures
how
all
you do.
day, y'all. I've been taking pictures all day.
It looks good. Take
Thank
more.
you.
Take more. And
Yes.
thank you for that. Thank you.
I'm so honored because today I got to be a part of the Soul Train Awards. Then I'm also working on and teamed up with you, Crown Plus, on a very special project that I haven't released yet and I can't release. It comes out at the end of the month. But I'm so honored and it's really huge. Crown Plus don't even know what's about to take place
Oh,
yet.
God is good. God is good.
It
Let
is
me tell
so,
you.
you know, just to team up with you and I love it. I'm telling you, I already
Thank
told you.
you.
Even when you had it on, and you were styling, I
Yes.
was like, oh my gosh, so
Yes, yes,
beautiful.
yes. Thank you. And I actually do
Yes.
that with every customer. Every customer who purchased from me, they get a personalized video before they. So what happens when you purchase? You get a video when the unit's complete. I do a video for you and I send you pictures and then you approve it. You say, okay, Nikki, this is how it looks good. Go ahead and ship it to me, or we can
Mhm.
schedule an install. Or you'll say, hey, add more colors, so on and so forth. I'm personal like that with every customer, and
Yes.
it works.
And I'm so honored because I met you through your mother,
Yeah,
which is also my birthday twin.
yeah. Cancer.
Yes, we are cancers, and Sheree, she's amazing. She's also in media, but I'm gonna tell you, her hair is always laid. So Crown Plus. I said, them blondes,
Yeah.
you work like if you want color, this is the place to go.
Thank you. Thank you. I take my time with everyone too.
Mhm.
Like I color on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so those are days that you'll see me pop color all over my
Yes,
pages. Like, you know.
yes. And
Thank you.
I see everybody's making comments. Marion M. Jones says, Nikki Caraway, you are amazing. I can tell. And her spirit is awesome. I love it. And it's
Thank
so nice.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marion.
Shannon Jackson said, yes, hook me up with her. That was good.
Yes,
So shout out to
www.crownplus.com.
crownplus.com, guys. Y'all got to go check it out. Also, I love that the fact that you provide your own, you can provide your, they can provide their own bundles too,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
So that's my PYLB, and it's provide your own bundles.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is, because you have some people who want, some customers who want a wig made, but then they say, I only wear this type of hair. I
Yes.
only get my hair from this company. And I say, okay, so we have a PYLB, which is fairly less expensive as well. So you provide your bundles to me, you mail them to me, and I create the unit for you. And that actually starts at 125. So it's really, really inexpensive.
Oh, that's real good.
Yes.
Do you do synthetic hair too?
I really try to stay away from synthetics. And
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I will, but try to stay away because it's quality. You know, I want you
Okay.
to have like quality and something that's gonna last. Like
Exactly.
if you're paying money for that, like why are you gonna pay 125 to 150 to, you know, sew on synthetic bundles? You know?
I'm just asking.
So
Now,
yeah.
like I said, you are very, you customize. So you also have pre-made units as
Mhm.
well. So anybody, they can go to your website and they can check out the pre-made units as well.
Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. So the pre-made units, and they're factory made from our vendors, which are really great as well. But I still customize those as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just giving you a different option, you know, because I like to keep a price point for, you know, people who want a nice unit made, so on and so forth, but not custom. Or sometimes they want something really quick, like, hey. So I'll say, hey, I have these pre-made units. I can ship it out
Mm-hmm.
to you next day, so on and so forth.
And custom units.
Yes, which are custom to your head measurements. Or if it's not your head measurement, you say, hey, I'm a small, medium, or large. I had a
Mm-hmm.
medium before, I know that'll work, and we work it out like that. And you have 3 cap options with custom units as well. You have your mesh dome, which is really popular, but then you
Mm-hmm.
have an adjustable cap, and you also have a ventilated cap, which is what I'm wearing today. The ventilated caps are like super, super flat.
Oh, it's pretty.
Thank you. And you can get to your scaps. And you have a ventilated
Yes.
cap on as well.
Yes. I have, what do I have?
It's a ventilated, so you can like get
Okay,
to your
yes.
scalp. Like if
Oh,
you,
yes.
it feels, it's really, it's breathable. So
I can't even tell I have anything on.
it's lightweight. Is it? It's really light. Is it lightweight?
It's very light.
Yes.
And I like the band that you have for those who just don't want glue and all that,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
even though I put a little glue on mine. But I like I just
Especially when you
love
have a long day, sometimes they come in handy. You know.
it does. And what I love is, the band that you have on there. You make it
Yes.
easy for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Get up and go. That band really is to kind of help you secure for your glueless units.
It
So,
is. It's
you know,
it's
pop on and pop off.
yes. Now tell everybody what made you get into it though. Like, sometimes I know like you say you was in corporate and was there anybody in your family or anybody that inspired you?
Well, let me tell you, I'm going to be very transparent.
Hmm.
So I have 3 daughters that I birthed. I actually have 4 daughters, but I have 3 that I birthed. But my 5-year-old, I developed postpartum alopecia where
Oh.
I had hair loss. And with that, I would try like the sew-ins with the closures, and they just didn't
Hmm.
look natural, Nikki. And I was not pleased with that. And so what happened was I started like, researching, and I started making my own wigs. And I never forget, I think my niece or someone goes, is that a wig? I'm like, yeah, I made it. I'm just like, oh, I made my wig. So, and she's like, that is good. And you hear people, but you're like, okay, you're just saying that because you're family. And then like I said, my daughter started saying like, mommy, you should do this. You should make it. And during that time, I was in corporate America, but my husband also, he's a tech guy, and we were
Hmm.
traveling for work for him. And we were going to a new state. We were moving to Florida. And I knew that working in that state would just be kind of difficult with the transition with the children. And I said, this is a great time to go ahead and really branch off and do my business because
Yeah.
it's working. And that's really what happened. But my children really, because they kind of like, children are very honest, and they'll tell you like, no, that's not cute. No, I don't think
Hmm.
you should do that. But the fact that they're
Yeah.
like, I think you should, this looks really good. It'll work. And it just really inspired me. And then of course I was inspired by other people. I'm in a wonderful wig group of wig makers who are
Hmm.
so amazing and so talented. And I have a wig mentor. I took a couple of her classes and just kind of networked with her as well. And she inspired me as well. She would say, girl, sell that unit for this amount, or do this, or that looks good, you know? And it kind of just built me up a little bit, made me feel like, okay, I can do this. Oh, okay, it works. Okay. And the more the sales came in, you're like, oh, this really does work.
Yes. Now, do you still work those long hours because I know, do you still work those long hours that you did previously? Or you said, okay, I'm not doing this like I used to do.
Yeah. So when I moved into the salon, which is like a wig lounge, I set my hours to where, I'm usually home by 7 p.m., right? But for example, right now we're leading into Thanksgiving, so I have a lot of orders. So these will be a few late nights. It'll be those 12 to 3 a.m. nights, which is fine because that happens a few times a year. Yeah. But because I really want to push these units out. So my goal right now is to, sew, color, customize, sew, color, customize. So it will be late nights. And I do work those late nights too, Nikki, because that's when I can think the most. That's when I'm the most creative, like in my mind. Okay, try this style. Or even with me launching another business, it's like, here, this is the time you can really think when everyone's asleep and out of your hair. So it works for me. And I feel like if I have less sleep right now, it'll pay off in the long run.
It will. It's going to pay off.
Yeah. Especially when I get the reviews like that. Like when you say, I love my unit, our customers send me, oh my God, I love this. It looks so good. Or thank you for your great customer service. That pushes me even more to where I'm like, those sleepless nights, that's okay. I'll sleep later.
Yes.
I'll sleep later. So.
Yes, we get so many comments. Bobby Gordon Lily says, I love her hair. I really need to get with her. I have hair loss due to my illness and my treatments. Yeah, you got to go to the website, Crown.
Yes, or even my page as well. They can message me, and I love talking to customers. So I love it. Because you want to make sure that you create the perfect crown for them, the perfect unit. So because it's an investment. So you want to make sure that they have, wig education. I'm just not going to take your money. I want to make sure that you have exactly what you want, and we're both going to be happy in the end. So.
Now tell us how you came up with that name, Crown Plus.
Well, honestly, I knew that I wanted to do more than wigs. I want to eventually, go into products when it comes to like hair oils, because I did suffer with a postpartum alopecia at one point. So I figured everyone's like doing something crowned or, so on and so forth. But I wanted the plus because I know it's going to, so much more is going to come from it. It's going to come so much. You never want to become complacent and just say, hey, this is just this. No, I want more and more and more. So instead of saying, okay, I'm just going to do wigs and Crown Plus wigs or something like that. It's like, no, we're gonna put the plus on there. We could just grow from there.
Oh my goodness. It's so amazing. And this just in 2020. So can you imagine what 2021? Ooh.
Sometimes I still feel like I'm living in the days, or it's like a dream come true. And I just didn't dream about, but I prayed about. And so I can only imagine what 2021 is going to be like, but I try not to think too far ahead because I'll become overwhelmed. Like, okay, I have to get this because 2021 is around the corner, So I just, keep the pace and remain consistent and transparent and run it with high integrity, and I just know it'll take off. Who knows where we're going to be 5 years from now? I have goals, so it's like, hey, we're going to reach them.
Now, as a business owner and a successful business owner, what advice would you give to someone who is, I would say, trying to move forward with their business, just with what's going on, as far as maintaining and, just any positive words, coming from a business owner?
Remain consistent, run your business just as how you would be personally, with high integrity. I would say consistency is key, and being honest. And don't be afraid to network. A lot of people, even in this business, they say, oh, it's oversaturated, saturated. Every business is saturated. Don't be discouraged. When you get discouraged, think of something positive that's going to bring you out of that sense of discouragement and say, you know what, I can do this, and just watch. for me, prayer changed a lot. I would pray and I was
Yes.
like, and then before you know it, everything just starts shining. It's almost like God was in my thoughts sometimes. I say, well, maybe I should do this, or maybe I should do that. And it's like, boom, more sales. I'm just like, thank you, God.
Yeah.
And because sometimes we get in our own way. We discourage ourselves. We say, this wig, because sometimes I can post a wig and it'll sell in like 30 minutes. It's like, oh, it's been 35 minutes. Something may be wrong because you're discouraging yourself, right? And it's
Exactly.
like, no, get out of your way. Remain positive. If you think positive thoughts, positive things are going to come. That doesn't mean that the negative is going to be there, but guess what? Those positives are going to trump over that negative, and everything will be okay. But most definitely remain consistent. Don't be afraid to network and stay true to who you are, especially in this business. Don't fall for nobody.
No.
And remain
Nobody.
positive, because it's not just what you're doing, but this is your brand. And remember what you want to be known for later on, your legacy. How do you want people to view you, or what do you want people to say about you, about your business? But consistency is key. Consistent. Don't start something and say, okay, I'll do a little bit now and I'm going to start back later and I'll jump over here and jump over there. No, stay true to what you're doing and see it through.
And I see we got another question from one of our audience members. Marion M. Jones says, so how do you do it long distance? I mean, customize from a distance. How do you customize from a distance?
Well, on the website, when you click a unit on the website, it allows you to enter your measurements. It has a measurement guide on how to take your measurements. And on the website, you'll say, hey, okay, my circumference is a 23. My ears are 12. And I always urge anyone to, if they're going to the website, if you're on social media, also follow me. If you're on social media, if you go to the website, also follow me on social media and send me a message. Hey, Nikki, I just placed an order. And I'll look at that order and say, hey, looks good. Let's talk about this, so on and so forth. But like I said, I started online based, so everything was done online. For customers who do not know how to measure, I also send measurement videos of me measuring in real time. Like, hey, this is how you did this. This is how you do this. Everything is easy peasy. It's not stressful at all. It's really easy. So, yeah.
Yes. And also, guys, she has a website, crownplus.com. You can go and check her out. If you want to know how you can get with her, you can go there. And she has social media. Can you give them your social media handles?
Yes. So on Facebook and Instagram, it's crowned, CROWNED_plus. And that's for Facebook and Instagram. I need to become more Instagram savvy.
You got it. You got it.
My daughter said, like, Facebook is for old people, but Facebook is what I know. So I'm always on Facebook. But yeah, it's crowned_plus. Make sure the crown, you put an ED on there, _plus.
And speaking of your daughters, I want to say you have inspired your daughters as well. They are also doing hair, which is amazing.
Yes. Especially my 15-year-old. She braids. Yes. And she's in sports as well. I remember when school started, she said that they had discussions about working. And one person said, oh, I work here. And what do you do? And my daughter goes, I'm an entrepreneur. And the person goes, what's that? What's an entrepreneur? And I was like, and they are inspired by that too. Even my 10-year-old, like, she washes and deep conditions the wigs for me. So it's like yes.
That is amazing. And that's what I tell people, because even you don't know that at the same time you're sowing the seed in your children, because I didn't know I would be doing TV and radio, but guess what? My mom and dad are radio and TV hosts, and they would get us at 9 years old to come and do the announcements on the radio.
Yes.
Did I know that, oh, hey, I'm going to be doing radio, because it's something I didn't want to do, because I didn't even like getting up. I was like, I don't want to get up on those Sunday morning doing these announcements. But guess what? At the same time, they were teaching us just like you are. And now look, it was already implanted in us. So now I'm here doing radio and TV.
Exactly. Now,
and it comes from my mom and dad.
It makes it. Makes a huge difference. And I treat them just like it's work. Like with my 15-year-old, oh, you have a 7 a.m. break? Okay, get up at 6:15 and get ready. You're not going to rush out the door to make sure you have all your stuff together, just like you work in a regular job.
Yeah.
My 10-year-old, sometimes on the weekend, she's like, oh, how many, like you can tell she really doesn't want to wash the wigs. And I said, do you want to make money today or not?
Exactly.
Oh, I do. Okay, well, I'm not going to ask you twice. So I do want to make money. You want to do this or not? You know, and it works. So it makes them, and it's you know, setting them up for their future to where they have
Exactly.
that work ethic, and they know like, okay, in order to make money, I have to do something. You know, so yeah.
I love that your team works together to make your dream come true. Yes, that is
Yes.
the truth. Teamwork makes the
dream work. That is so true.
Now, what's coming up? What's next for Crown Plus?
Well, what for Crown Plus? So we are in a lounge now, and honestly, we've expanded like so quickly to where I'm looking for another space now.
Okay.
So my goal is to have Crown Plus in multiple cities. Who knows? It will be in multiple states in the future.
Yeah.
And we have another entity of Crown Plus, which is Leisure Label, where we're launching a online women's boutique.
Yay!
Which is exclusive pieces. So that's exciting. And so we have women, you can shop for your wigs and shop for your clothes.
That is exciting,
Yes, indeed.
And if they're following you, you have already been posting and putting it out for everybody.
Yes.
So I'm already loving the clothes.
Yes, indeed. So exciting. Like you said, I don't know what is going to happen in 2021, but I know great things are happening just because I see how 2020 has been, even during the pandemic. So who knows? I'm just excited to go on this journey, the ride, with whatever God has in store.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do my part, work hard, and just watch it grow.
Yes. And we got more comments. They're saying, thank you so much, Nikki. I am so happy I got on tonight. I am proud of this young lady. To God be the glory. Yes.
Be the glory.
Nikki Caraway is inspiring. She is inspiring us all. And she got me looking good today.
Looking cute. Yes.
I'm excited. Oh, and the hair smells so good, y'all.
You know what?
So good. I love it.
I'm so happy you said that. So did you know that that's what a lot of customers, like they'll say, I love my unit, but let me tell what do you use for it? It smells so good.
It smells so, it's like when you open up the package, you can smell it. It smells so good.
Thank you.
Yes. And Shay Stark said, thank you for your story. Yes. She has an amazing story. Camille Jones, hi. Said, and that's why you're successful, because you are allowing God to guide you. Yes,
indeed. Every step of the way.
Yes.
I need it.
Yes,
like
you are.
I'm gonna do my part. Just order my steps and just and oh, it's amazing.
It is.
I'm so grateful. Not a day or minute goes by without me thanking Him every opportunity I can.
Yes. Well, I'm just honored to have you on, and I get so excited when I got business owners and amazing business owners like yourself, because it gives me a little spark. You know how you inspire us, so it gives us a little spark. Okay, now I want to go do this. I want to go do
exactly. And because you feel like the sky is not the limit. We were always told the sky's the limit. No, we can go past that.
Yes.
I always tell my children, reach far back, even with your schoolwork. Just make your goal to be better than your best, because we don't know what our best is, but we keep pushing. We're never gonna settle for the worst. We're never gonna settle. We're gonna always, because it's always more. It's always more. Oh
my goodness. Well, thank you for being our guest today. Do you got any quick shout outs or thank yous to anybody out there?
Let's see. First and foremost, I thank my mom, because if it wasn't for my mom, I wouldn't be here. Just in the physical and everything. So I would shout out Sheree Young. Second, I'm gonna shout out my amazing husband because he's so supportive and allows me to do what I do. So Mr. Terrence Caraway and our wonderful children and my niece because she is like so inspiring as well, and she kind of pushes me, and she also helped me find like my wig mentor. So really grateful for that. So that's pretty much it. And shout out to Crown Plus.
Yes, and I want to tell you guys, definitely connect, with Nikki Caraway. Go to crownplus.com. We don't want you hitting nobody up in no DM. If you want anything, go to crownplus.com.
Yeah.
That's where you need to go. Because I got mine. Y'all better get yours,
And it looks good. It looks really
Thank you. And this is just the beginning. I'm just so excited for everything you have going on. Like I said, just stay tuned. She has a boutique she's working on, clothing line, so y'all stay tuned. 2021 is on.
Yes, it is on. It is on. So exciting. So.
Yes.
And thank you so much for having me. This is just an honor. Like, oh my, I can't even like put into words. I'm just so sometimes I have to pinch myself. Like, is this real? Like, seriously. And it's just amazing. So thank you so much for allowing me on your platform.
Yeah.
And I know the sky is not the limit, past the limit.
No,
and you're inspiring, even just through your journey. I told you that earlier. Like, we watch you, even with with your treatments and all that, and you just get up like, oh, I do this. What treatment today? What?
I'm gonna tell you, it's challenging, but like sometimes you gotta sleep it off or lay it down. Sometimes because that's how I had to do yesterday. But I woke up when God, rang that bell for me to wake up. I was like, "Ooh, new day.
Let's go again." Like, yes. And that's like you said, it's a new day. It's a new day.
Yes, and that's what we're blessed, with everything that we got going on. But look at him; he is pouring out his blessings to us in your business. You're able to inspire people by telling your story. It's so powerful. Yes, it's very powerful. Yes, and Shay Stark says, "Y'all got me in tears." Yes, it's so powerful.
I'm a crier, so don't do it. I would like you to cry. But no, it's just amazing. Like, and I have these discussions even with my customers, when they say, "Oh, how long you been doing this?" And then I say, "Well, I'm actually an accountant, but let me tell you my story." And I just say, because of my passion and just, wanting to make people feel beautiful, and it makes me, when you know you're doing something right, it makes you feel good doing it. You can go to college for something and do this, make a career out of it, but you're unhappy. And that's why I'm able to stay up to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning making wigs, because I just enjoy like creating art.
Yes.
It's okay. Let me try this one out. Oh, it's 4 o'clock. Oh, okay. I'll take a couple hours of nap and get up and do it again because I enjoy it. It's therapeutic.
Yeah, it is. And I'm gonna tell you, with me myself, a lot of people don't know this, but I used to teach school. I was a school teacher, K through 5. I love my babies. I love the children. But it's just so happened, like I said, God, he will birth something new into you. But I feel like I'm still a teacher, but I'm doing it through the radio and TV. I don't think it's changed because I still am teaching others. Yeah. I still am teaching others, So I think like you're still accounting. It ain't gonna stop,
Exactly.
But you also, a Black owned business as well. So
I have to let that sink in. Sometimes I tell you, it's like, oh, I am. It's not just a hobby.
No, it's not a hobby,
Yes,
and like I said, we're proud of you, and we want to continue to support. We're going to continue to share, tell everybody. It's the biggest form of advertisement is word of mouth, guys.
Yes.
Y'all know that. I'm business. So you have to share tell others about Crown Plus. This is how we change. You know, we talk about the change in our community. You want to help, you know, business owners. This is
Mhm.
how we do it.
Exactly. And that's one thing. I'm not sure if you're sitting in my lives, Nikki, but when I get on live, the first thing I do is I thank God, but I thank my customers. And
Yes.
not just my customers. I say, if you bought a unit from me, if you share something, if you just supported me by commenting, thank you. Because it would, without that, I wouldn't be who I am. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
people who haven't purchased a unit, but they share my stuff and they just say, oh, this is beautiful. Da, da, da. I don't wear wigs, but let me share it to my page. I'm so grateful for that. So every time I get on my live, I thank everybody first because that's just my gratitude, you know, regardless of how much money you make or where you become, you can't forget where you started from and who
Mm-mm.
helped you get there.
That
So
is so true. Well, thank you once again. I'm
thank
telling
you.
you, they're going to keep coming in if we don't go. But
Well,
I
thank you.
thank you so much. And just hold tight, you know,
Okay.
after that. I thank
Okay.
you for being our guest here at the Nikki Rich Show. And, you know, much love to you. Thank you. Bye,
Thank you
everybody.
again. Bye, everybody.